rather the Chief Scout, the Honorable Francis Olekaparo, officials of the Girl Guides and Boy Scout movements, fellow Scouts and Guides, ladies and gentlemen, hamjambo lakini. Scouts we. This being a Sunday, first, I think we should thank God for the opportunity that He has accorded us to be here for the Founders' Day, yet again. And then salute you all for gathering here as we have faithfully done every year. This is a day of reflection and taking stock, a day when in the guiding and scouting movements, as guiding and scouting movements, we look back at how well and truthfully we have lived up to the vision of the founders of our movements, Lord Baden-Powell and Lady Olive Powell. Two questions that are foremost in my mind for this day today and in the future are the Scouts and Guides visibly creating that better world that our founders envisioned a century ago? And two, will history judge us kindly where and when our role will be evaluated against the measure of positive impact expected of us by society? Guides and Scouts, even as we engage in introspection, it is important to remember that today's occasion is very special to us. Special because it is coming after Kenya Scouts Association and the Girl Guides movement have celebrated 100 years of existence. May I pay very special tribute to men and women who kept the fire of scouting and guiding burning, and call on all of you in the movement to redouble your efforts in order to ensure that the young people of this country and the world at large develop their potential to the full and become responsible citizens and leaders. To leaders of the movement, you have the noble responsibility on your hands to empower the young people you lead to transform their respective communities in ways that will make the world a much better place to live in. I think that the time to transform all of us, regardless of whether we are politicians or civil society, is now. And this change, what has happened since the inauguration of our new constitution, is a real change. It is an irreversible change. Dear Guides and Scouts, in all you do, remember two cardinal things that will help you discharge your duties as Guides and Scouts in ways that give our work the greatest surrender value. One, our foundational principles as movements are based on our belief in God, as you all know. And two, societies that put God first are sure to experience major breakthroughs, be they economic, social, or indeed political. It must therefore be borne in mind that our outreach programs must always be anchored on the unfailing truths and faiths in the everlasting God. With such a solid pillar, Guides and Scouts are best placed to be the best exemplars of what it means to respect the rule of law. And I think this is basically what it is. I'm not worried as a Kenyan because of what we are trying to do is, for instance, in the current, if you like, standoff, we are basically saying we all are believers in the rule of law. His Excellency the President is saying that he swore to uphold the Constitution that he so vehemently campaigned for, and one that he inaugurated with such pomp and circumstance that this country became yet again the example, not just in Africa, but in the whole world. I believe personally that the current Kenyan Constitution is the most progressive constitution. And therefore, if you look at what is happening right now against that major achievement, you can only then agree with me. It is just but a little hiccup. A hiccup in a cup of tea and a cup of coffee. Because I have no doubt in my mind that, as His Excellency the President has said, let us give the rule of law a chance. That is all he said. And if you look at it that way, then I don't think there's any reason to quarrel.